Hey everybody, I'm back. I took a little bit of a hiatus from tarot reading. It was kind of a crazy 6 to 8 months for me, so I just needed to take a step away. I'm back though, and I just want you to know that hopefully I can continue making these videos and doing the best job that I can. I've kind of changed my format a little bit. I'm going to be doing readings by earth sign, air sign, water sign, fire sign. So I'll do all of those, and within each, I'll have timestamps for all the different signs, so you don't have to like watch the whole video and skim through. Okay, so this is going to be for the fire signs. And that is Aries, Leo, and what's the last one? Aries. Sorry, guys. It's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Just a little brain fart there. And I'm going to start with Aries. So we're starting Aries at 122. That's just a little mental note for myself. Just going to shuffle these up a little bit. We're going to do a 3-card pull. From this Rider-Waite deck. You can get all the decks I use off Amazon, and I do have links in the link in the video. You'll see different links there. All right. So we're going to do past, present, and future for Aries for the month of July. One more shuffle. And I just wanted to describe here what I'm doing with my shuffle. Some of you would be like, how do you know how to stop? Well, I know when to stop when my mind kind of goes empty and I don't have any thoughts. Okay, that's good. So, excuse me. I've been struggling with a little bit of a cold. There we go. We're going to start with the past. And in the past, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Very motherly, earthly energy, kind of like the Empress, but very stable. This could be you. This could be someone in your life that's kind of bringing this to you, but I have a feeling, I'm getting that it's you, like being in this stable point in your life where you can provide for your family a little bit, or at least pick up your slack, right? Maybe it's been tough for you in the past, but within the past 3 months to a year, in this last phase of your life, you're finally feeling a little bit stable with your finances. And you got there by this very maternal method. And I like that a lot. So let's see what's going on for you right now. So in the past, you've embraced this maternal material energy, making money for your family. And then right now, where are you? Right now, you're at the Knight of Cups. So this is very emotional. You're not moving too fast. You can see the Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight. This is the second to slowest, but a little bit faster. You can see he's only looking at his cup. He's not quite looking where he's going, but he's trying to plant some seeds here for growth, for emotional growth. And I'm kind of getting like you're falling in love with something, and in order for it to be planted into this world, you need to plant some seeds and watch them grow. So this night is kind of like, I think this might be a good place to plant my seeds. You know, like I've done all this work. I'm taking care of my family, but how can I now that I have some materialness, for lack of a better word, how do I plant my seeds? So let's see if you're able to plant your seeds in the future. Let's see what's going on. So temperance. In order for you to plant these seeds, it's going to require mixing fire and water together, which don't normally mix, right? You have to do it really slowly until you find the balance, until finally they emulsify, right? And you're going to be doing this yourself, but it might require a little bit of introspection and a little bit of planning. And you're going to need to do it in a balanced way. I do want to clarify the temperance card a little bit. Let's see what's on the bottom of this deck. Yeah, the star. So you can do it. Like, this is a wish coming true. You're going to plant your seeds. You're going to find a way to do it in a balanced way. And it's going to be successful for you. So that's actually going to be our clarifier. This is actually a really nice reading. You are on the right path. You're doing what you need to do to plant the seeds, and you're going to be doing it in a balanced way. I just felt like I needed to repeat that. So I am going to pick an animal card from my Wild Unknown deck. Let's see if we have any advice for you, Aries. I did shuffle these a little bit, but I'm going to be doing the same technique that I did before. Once my mind is empty, I will pick a card. What energy does Aries need to embrace in the month of July? One more. Okay. Nightingale. This is about finding your voice. And this could be related to the Knight of Cups and the Temperance. So maybe these seeds you're planting with the Knight of Cups, these emotional seeds, are going to allow you to find your voice. Now, I'm going to read a little bit here. This is an air card, so it's definitely something you've been thinking about. So, fearless voice, speech, communication, or song. The song of the nightingale is otherworldly. This simple brown bird, almost unnoticeable among the flashy plumage of other birds, transports its listener to the realm of poetry. Nightingale energy is with us when we write, compose, and especially when we sing. It reminds us that music heals the deepest wounds. This card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. So here's your heart, right? How do you find your voice? Well, is there something you need to say? How long has it been since you sang? Turn it up, write it down, and let it out. Doesn't mean singing necessarily, but it's a matter of this thing that you've been marinating on. How do you express it? And I think when you're struggling to express yourself, you get like this lump in your throat and you can be very shy. But I think they do list suggestions here on how to work through this energy, and they're saying music is a way for you to move through this energy. And I think, when I think of this temperance card and I think of music, I think of trying to get into that centered place. And sometimes music helps. It can be very soothing. Even like singing in the shower, just being expressive in some way can really help, Aries. So that might be challenging for you because you are a fire sign. You're the card of action. You're the Emperor in the tarot deck, so very masculine, this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm going energy in a very stable way. But maybe now you're in this point where you're going to need to use different parts of yourself. You're going to need to connect to your emotions and find what you want to say. I like that for you, Aries. So now we're going to move on to Leo. I love Leos. I've always got along with Leos really well. So let's see what's going on for you. I will tell you, like, when I'm doing these readings, I try to think of someone who I know is the sign I'm reading for. It kind of helps me get some perspective on what's going on. So I am thinking of a person right now who is a Leo. And I'm thinking about Leos in general. So let's see what's going on for Leos in the month of July, 2023. And we're going to pick 3 cards. We're going to pick a past card, a present, and a future. And in the past, it's going to be like the past 3 months to a year. I say that because it's kind of like hand waving a little bit. It depends on like what phase you're moving through and how long you've been in that phase. So let's just see. What's the energy that you've been dealing with in the past? So the 3 of Wands, it's about you've put something out into the world and now you're waiting for something to come back to you. This can be tough energy because there's definitely like you've been waiting, and waiting is tough. You want answers, and you want answers now, Leo. But Leo's a patient sign and very stable, and they're willing to wait. Let's see what the next card is. What's this? If you're waiting for something to come in, presently, maybe it's come in already, and now you're sitting in different energy, but let's see. So you have the Page of Wands. So yeah, something has come in for you. And now you're like, what do I do with it? The pages aren't really moving. The Knight of Wands is the one that's moving forward fairly quickly. But the page is, you can see they're kind of like just staring at their wand. They're staring at this passionate thing, something that makes them, it gives them a sense of purpose, right? But they're not really moving forward with it yet. Because, and I want to go back to this 3 of Wands, something has definitely come in for you with this Page of Wands, and it took a while, but it's here, and now you're like, what do I do with it? This is definitely something new for you. Okay. Let's see where you're going in the future. So let's see if you get some movement from this Page of Wands, or are you still going to be kind of stale? I'm kind of curious. So now you get the Knight of Cups. So you are moving and you're like, okay, where do I plant these seeds now? Aries got this as well. So this is definitely some energy that fire signs are working with right now. How do you find, because like you can see, like he has this cup and he knows that he can plant the seed somewhere, but he's just not sure. Like you can see everything is kind of dry, it's deserty behind him, but there's water right next to this desert. So he has the resources. He just needs to get off that horse and start planting the seeds. So that's good. This means there's some movement from this Page of Wands. So I really like that for you, Leo. Let's see what's going on in the bottom of the deck. So the Hermit. So this is the time that this represents the time that you've been waiting. But in waiting, you've climbed to the top of a mountain and you have some perspective. You can see where you're headed, right? And that's good because when you can see, you know where to plant your seeds, right? And that's really nice. It means you're not going to be stuck. You're going to be able to move forward. I'm going to pick an animal card now. I really want to know like the energy that is going to help you move through this situation. And this is my Wild Unknown Animal deck. I really love this deck. Let's see what's going on for my Leos in July. What is the energy that's going to help them get through this month and get through this Page of Wands energy that you're in right now? Ooh, I have a bunch of cards that want to come out. I'm gonna put them back in though. These are big cards that came out. Wow. Let's see if I pull one of them. That was the Phoenix and the last card, which is the Cosmic Consciousness card. So let's see. Fox. This is an earth sign, or it represents the earth. And I'm not super, I have some idea of what this means, but I really think it's important for me to read what the meaning of this card is. Strong, smart, strong mate, and wise teacher. The fox is an enchanting creature with plenty of mystique to go around. Fox personalities are skillful in business and also make great teachers. They are quick to learn and adapt well to new situations. Foxes are ideal life partners as they commit to relationships for the long term, and their natural charisma keeps things exciting. Fox energy helps us stay true to those most dear to us. When this card appears, reconnect to those you love. Foxes don't do well when they slip away. So what I'm really getting here is, in the future, as you're headed towards this Knight of Cups, you're really going to have to settle into some sort of partnership or connection with somebody. This could be the person you're married to. It could be someone else, someone in your family, a really close friend. Maybe it's someone that you're starting a business with, or some sort of relationship that's not romantic. But I think what this card is saying is that you have the ability to be a very strong partner, very stable, and you're also very wise. So I think you have it within you to plant the seeds from the Knight of Cups, right? I think connecting with someone else, sharing with somebody else, and getting advice from somebody else is helpful. And realizing like that you have the wisdom inside of you to do this. All right. I'm going to leave it there, Leo. That's really nice reading. All right. Now we're going to move on to Sagittarius. My Sages. All right. Let's start with... So I'm going to start with the Rider-Waite deck. All right. And this is going to be for the month of July, okay, Sagittarius? Let's just get a nice shuffle in. And I've been saying this with all my readings, but what I'm doing here is really trying to, as I'm shuffling, I'm really trying to find a place where I feel kind of empty, where I have no thoughts, and then I'll stop shuffling. Go a little bit more here. Okay, Sag, I'm going to be picking 3 cards. The first card is going to be the past, and then we're going to have the present, and then the future. So, Sagittarius, what is going on with you for the month of July? All right, I'm going to stop there. So, in the past, we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very much in touch with her emotions. She knows herself. She knows what makes her happy. She's definitely stable. You can see, though, she's looking right at her cup. So she's really analyzing the way she feels. She's not letting things bother her. She's really in touch with herself. So that could be something that you've been working on in the past 3 months to a year. This phase that you've been going through is definitely been very good for you. You're really in touch with yourself. And that's really great, Sagittarius. I like that for you. Let's see how you've been moving on with that energy in the present, like how you're feeling right now. Now we have the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords, it's definitely challenging. I will say that the Six of Swords is moving on from something that you no longer works for you, especially when it comes to your thoughts and your intellect. It's trying to find solid ground. But here, right now you're kind of challenged by other people, and you've won a battle. You've definitely won something, and you've been using your emotions to get through something. But you might be feeling a sense of like, what did I win though? Like, after this fight, was it really worth it? It's partially cloudy here. And I think that's kind of symbolic because you're not seeing the whole picture. You've got to look through the clouds, in those breaks in the clouds, to see the truth. And I think once you do that, you're gonna find that the fight wasn't really worth it. And you have to learn from your mistakes so that you can move on. Okay? The fives represent kind of a turning point. And so to get to the six of swords, it requires a lot of work. So you do have some work ahead of you in the present, okay? That's something that you're working on right now. But let's see where you're headed. Let's see what's going on in the future for you, Sagittarius. So this represents another fire sign. This is Aries energy. Very grounded, very masculine, moving forward in a determined way, which I really like. So you are going to move on from this Five of Wands energy, and in order to do it, you really need to sit into this Emperor kind of energy, if I will. It's going to require some work, like I said. But I think once you sit into this, and this is going to happen soon for you, once you sit into this very masculine kind of stable, determined energy, things will start to happen fairly quickly for you. Maybe you'll move on. Maybe you'll move to the Six of Swords, right? I do want to get a little clarification for you. I'm going to take a sip of my tea, though. I want to see what's on the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Whatever's going on, this is meant to be. This is how it's supposed to be. I feel like every moment in our lives is where we're supposed to be, but in this in particular, sometimes we need confirmation that we're doing the right thing. And I think that although you may be going through some strife right now, you are going to make it to this Emperor, and you're going to feel very stable, and you're going to find there's some movement. And this is, like I said, this is destined to happen and destined to be this way. All right. I'm going to pick one more card from my Animal Wild Unknown deck. I really want to know for you, Sagittarius, to get through this energy that I've been describing, what do you need to embody? And we're going to find that out from this animal deck. This deck is fairly cool. Each animal represents a different, they're grouped into different signs or different elements. So there's water, earth, air, and fire. And so I think it can be very relevant because sometimes you need to think about something. Sometimes you need to sit in your emotions. Sometimes you need to look at what's around you, your material world. And sometimes, you need to find inspiration, which represents fire. Okay. What's the energy for Sagittarius for the month of July that they need to embody? The vulture. It's very dark. This is an air sign. So let's see what it says. All right. So the vulture is the guardian and the purifier, and it's essential for rebalance. So the vulture is perhaps the most misunderstood creature of all. The intriguing bird balances our ecosystem and prevents the spread of disease. It does the dirty work that no one else wants to do and cleans up our messes. The vulture appears when there's a situation that needs to be purified or brought back into balance. That's what this Five of Swords represents. Remember, the vulture is greatly undervalued. What you thought was a mistake or tragedy is a blessing in disguise. So this fight, like what I was saying, whatever you've been arguing about with somebody or whatever it is, it's actually a blessing in disguise. You just have to learn the lesson in order to go here to the Emperor. Now, they give some advice here to get through kind of this challenging energy of kind of purifying bad energy. And it's about, you need to clean your space. It can be about sage, right? Like burning sage and cleaning kind of the energy up that you're surrounded by. Because it can be kind of funky. When you have that funky energy around you, you can't really see through the clouds, right? So I know that you can do it, Sagittarius. It's just going to be a little challenging for you. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you for staying this long if you did. I will put timestamps in the video. And please like or subscribe if you enjoyed my content. All right, thank you.